सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। Page 134, verse 30. न तथास्य भवेत् क्लेशः बन्धश्चान्यः प्रसङ्गतः योषितः सङ्गात् यथा पुंसः योषितः सङ्गात् यथा पुंसः योषितः सङ्गात् यथा पुंसः यथा तत्सङ्गी सङ्गतः। When you talk about spiritual journey or spiritual pursuit, we should know what are the steps in that pursuit. Just like that, you cannot say, I am interested in spirituality. It is very nice to say for many people, I am a spiritual person, I like spirituality, I am interested in spirituality. Once we make such statements, wholeheartedly we should know how I am a spiritual person, what steps I am following. First of all, I should know what steps I know at all. So, to make a statement just like that, I am a spiritual person, I love spirituality, it won't make any sense. To make that statement before that, I must have a guru to guide, a spiritual guru who can guide with the help of Shastra. That guru alone can guide us what are the steps for spiritual pursuit. So, fortunately, Lord Krishna is our guide, a great teacher who is giving steps for us for spiritual journey. Very, very important steps. You cannot choose any one of the steps among those three steps what he gave, either in Bhagavad Gita or Uddhava Gita. Throughout his teaching, he gives only three steps. Those steps are given in Upanishads. So Lord Krishna's teaching is always in keeping with Upanishads. Never think Lord Krishna's teaching is Lord Krishna's teaching. How do you know Lord Krishna's teaching is not Lord Krishna's teaching? In Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan Krishna says many times, Panditaha ahuhu. Wise people say like this. Wise people are those people, rishis, munis, great people who followed, who studied Shastra and implemented in their life. Panditaha ahuhu. So Krishna's teaching is based on Upanishads. So all the way we are studying the Vedic teaching, Upanishadic teaching through Krishna. That spiritual steps, Karma Yoga, Upasana Yoga, Jnana Yoga. These three steps meant for what? to convert us from animal man to man, from man to divine man. This conversion is very, very important. Animal man is that man, a person who is having deha abhimana. Deha abhimana means always taking care of the body from nail to hair. Hair care, nail care, skin care and food care. Too much obsessed with body-mind complex. Even not mind complex also, but body complex. Sthula deha abhimana is very, very predominant. That person is called animal man. The beauty parlors obsessed people. They are all having this obsession only. Nail care to hair care. Those days, previously, people used to put black dye if they have white hair. Nowadays, for black hair, they are putting another color dye. Different half white dye they are putting. So therefore white hair is not the problem. Something I want to be different. This is the problem, samsara, deha abhimana. Second is the person who is interested in dharma shastra, more in dharma, adharma, viveka, not much obsessed with the physical body. Even though he is taking care of the body, but gives importance to punya, papa, dharma, adharma, right, wrong. That is more predominant in that person. That means animal man has transferred to man. Fit to be called as a human being. According to Shastra, according to Shastra, he is fit to be called as man. Then he has to transfer from man to, that is Sukshma Sharira Abhimana. Punya Papa, Dharma, that is Sukshma Sharira Abhimana. Once he transfers from that, he comes to Atma Vichara. Atma Avasthanam, Pradhanam is called divine man. So the divine man is the final, ultimate. So Sthula Sharira Abhimana, animal man. Sukshma Sharira Abhimana, man. Not Karana Sharira, next one. Atma Avasthanam, Atma Vichara or Atma Jnanam, Pradhanam is called divine man. So this is the way he has to transfer from lower nature to higher nature. Everyone has to try like that. For that only Shastra has prescribed lot of sadhanas. So your mind has got the three problems, mala, vikshepa, ajnanam. Now you have come to spiritual journey, you are not having deha abhimana too much. Either you are interested in punya to go to higher loka, or you want to get moksha in this janma. So you are not too much obsessed with the physical body, even though you are taking care of your body. Now this person who is mediocre, middle step and third step, he is going to come to third step. This person is taking up karma yoga sadhana for malanivrityartham. Malanivritti means impurity of the mind. Malanivrityartham karma yoga to reduce raga dvesha at sukshma sharira level. Attachment, aversion, strong conditioned life, very much obsessed with likes and dislikes. This is called malam. That mala has to be removed. He has to refine his mind. Karma yoga sadhana is given. That is Panchamaha Yajnas. By doing that for a long time, service oriented, contributory oriented activities purifies the person. Mala has gone. Means reduced. Ragadveshas are reduced. Mala has been reduced. Not totally gone, but reduced. Once mala has gone, another problem in the mind has to be tackled. These are the steps for spiritual journey. What is that second dosha? Vikshepa dosha of the mind. Chanchalyata. Vikshepa and distraction, disturbance in the mind. That is also not allow the person to become a divine man. So that vikshepa has to be dropped, reduced. Maximum people are disturbed mind people only. Maximum. Only sadhakas who are all doing regular sadhana, upasana, yoga, puja, anushthanam, japa, tapa, for them also mind is distracted. But comparatively to that animal man, this person is better. Anxiety is less, disturbance is very less because of the integration of the manomaya kosha, upasana yoga. So upasana yoga, the saguna ishvara dhyanam helps to the person to refine further. So vikshepa comes down, focusing capacity increases, attention increases, concentration increases, outwardness or extrovertedness reduce. So this is the second step of spiritual journey. What problem we solve? Vikshepa problem of the mind. Then comes the third, divine man to become. He has to come to Jnana Yoga, Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. Shastra study. He has to take up or she has to take up. That Shastra study helps us to remove the dosha, third dosha of the mind. That is Ajnana dosha. Ajnana, self-ignorance, basic self-ignorance is the problem that has to be tackled. So what is the third sadhana? Jnana Yoga sadhana. Once you take up these three steps, Karma Yoga sadhana, Upasana Yoga sadhana, meditation. Upasana means meditation. Daiva puja. All are Upasana Yoga. Third stage, if you understand, you are in spiritual journey. Then you can say, I am a spiritual seeker. I am following these three steps given by Shastra. Then you are slowly growing, improving for divinity. The more you improve yourself towards divinity, you transcend animal nature, you transcend that man nature also. To become a divine man, you are gradually uplifting yourself, putting an effort. Mala nivritti, vikshepa nivritti and ajnana nivritti. It is a long time consuming process. Long time consuming process. You have to wait and practice. After one day, after few decades, you will become a divine man, walking God on the earth. You become a walking God on the earth. That is the main aim of Vedas, Upanishads. Upanishads have come to make every animal man into walking God on the earth. If everyone become walking God on the earth, divine man, there is no anxiety, worry, and there is no fear of anything in this world. This is the ultimate teaching of Vedas for the entire universe, not only for Hindus. This is the message given by our Upanishads to the entire humanity. That is why we are able to say, we are very much privileged to say, our culture, Vaidika Dharma, is the spiritual guru for the entire humanity. We have to be the spiritual gurus of our India, or our Bharata Nadu has to become the spiritual guru of entire universe. Not your greatness, my greatness. That greatness belongs to the Vedic teaching, Vedic wisdom. That's why in one of my general talks last year I gave Vedic vision for universal peace. I gave a talk in last Guru Puja time. Vedic vision for universal peace. Vishwa Shanti is possible only by Vaidika Dharma. Once you become a divine man, everyone become a divine man. Maximum people are in divinity. Automatically others, they are also influenced by these divine people. One Mahatma is there, one Jnani is there, one divine person is there, automatically he influences many people. In this 99 days of Kumbh Mela, 24 crores of people visited Kumbh Mela, that Prayagraj, 24 crores. What for? To get that fervor of the divinity. People are having that natural inside. So to get associated with that purifying factors, Ganga, Puja, Daiva Aradhana, Mahatmas, Sannyasis, Sadhus, the Sangha is meant for what? To convert myself from animal man to man to divine man. That's why they influence the world. Not only our Indians, from foreign countries, many people have come. Therefore, our teaching is not only for the so-called Brahmanas, some Kshatriyas, not like that. This is the teaching for universe. Please remember, such a great teaching is available for us to convert ourselves into divine person. For that, Lord Krishna is giving the sadhanas. May you not have indulgence, over-indulgence with male or female. Stri Sangha. If I have immunity, if I go anywhere, I don't get any physical ailment. If I have got immunity, anywhere, any food, any water, doesn't matter, it will not disturb my health if I have immunity. If I don't have immunity, if I go anywhere, immediately my stomach upset or some other problem will come, lack of immunity. Like that, for spiritual journey also, until I get immunity, I should keep my relations in a such a way, any relation should not disturb my spiritual sadhana. That is why Shastra warns, may you avoid too much of Stri Sangha. For Purusha also says Stri Sangha. Stri also should not have Purusha Sangha, too much of transactions. Because unless you have immunity to face the situations because of that relations, emotional strength is not there, you will be disturbed by that relations. That is why Shastra, until you get emotional immunity, mental immunity, may you keep yourself away from that relation. Once you have got that inner immunity, you can manage yourself under any circumstances with any relation, no problem. But in initial stages, you have to keep any relation moderately, and that should not disturb your spiritual journey. If anyone is having that Stri Sangha and the people who are having Stri Sangha. Stri Sangha means here we have to understand overindulgence in sense pleasures and artha. I told you in the last class, one of the habit is woman or men relation. So immediately people will get into trouble. This last shloka, 30th shloka, Krishna says, you know how much they undergo pain, a person who is having Stri Sangha and Stri Sangha Sangi. The one who is having Stri Sangha and associated with that person also, you know, their pain, their problem, their klesha, their bandha is so intense, no other pain is equal to that. That is this shloka, 30th shloka. Look into that. He says, Yatha, in the first line, Asya is there. Asya Pumsaha. For that person, Asya Pumsaha, 30th shloka, first line, Tathasya is there. There you have to take Asya Pumsaha. For that person who is having Yatha Tat Sangha Sangitaha, the one who has got Sangha Tat Sangi Sangataha, related with that related person, the person who has got relation with other relations, illegitimate, immoderate relations one person is having. Suppose you have relation with this person, Sangataha, Sangi Sangataha, bandha, the bondage is so much, you become so disturbed. Bandhaha, Anya Prasangataha, that will come later. That Sangi Sangataha, then go to first line, Kleshaha, Kleshaha, Bandhaha, Cha, Yatha, Yoshit Sangat. Yoshit means Stri Sangha or Purusha Sangha. Stri Sangat or Purusha Sangat Bhavet Tatha Ne Bhavet. There is no equal pain, sorrow or trouble or disturbance than this trouble. That is the meaning of this. See the commentary written, very complicated translation. No other association causes so much misery and bondage as that of woman. You can write man also. Okay, woman in both are, we have to take genders of woman or man, and those that associate with them, that pain, bondage is so high and almost life is got damaged. They cannot recover that much easily. By that time they try to recover, almost few decades will be over. 2 decades, 3 decades, 4 decades. And rest of the time they live with that past miserable experiences, feeling guilty heart, rest of the time. For that there are many stories in Puranas also. That's why Krishna Paramatma says, be careful. Be careful, maintain a healthy relation, always moderate relation. That relation which will not disturb your spiritual life. There are many obstacles possible. One of the obstacles is this type of association. And you can see the world, people are having wealth and wine. Wine means W-I-N-E, wine, like any other addiction for that matter. Wealth, wine, woman, www.com. World Wide Web, really web, the bandha, klesha, she cannot come out that much easily. Then that Taittiriya Upanishad says, Kimahagum sadhuna karavam, Kimahagum papam akaravamiti. Why I couldn't avoid that papam? Why I didn't do this good actions? I would have done that, I would have done this. After many years they repent. Therefore be careful, carefully handle. That is the meaning. Now Uddhava is going to ask. That's why everyone has to check oneself where we are. Where we are is a metal detector, self-monitor. Self-monitor, self-metal detector, one has to check all the time. If a person is a spiritual seeker, serious spiritual seeker, SSS, triple S. Okay? Triple S is what? Serious spiritual seeker I am talking, not lukewarm spiritual seekers. Message is for serious spiritual seeker. There are many lukewarm spiritual seekers. They never come into this ultimate benefit, they never get it. So every sloka of Krishna, when we are reading, meant for what? To convert ourselves from lukewarm spiritual seekers to serious spiritual seekers. First you have to be seekers, then spiritual seekers. Seekers means there are many people seeking so many things in the world except Atma. There are many seekers seeking for many worldly achievements. But there are very few people spiritual seekers. Atma Anveshan, for the sake of Atma, Moksha, Mukti. In that spiritual seekers also, many of them are lukewarm spiritual seekers. நீங்கள் ஃபில்டர் பண்ண என்ன வரும்னா சீரியஸ் ஸ்பிரிச்சுவல் சீக்கர்ஸ் மனுஷ்யானாம் சஹஸ்ரேஷு. ஆன் ஃபிங்கர் டிப்ஸ் யூ கேன் கவுண்ட். ஆர் யூ வாண்ட் டு பி இன் தட் ஃபிங்கர் டிப்ஸ் கவுண்டிங்கில் இருப்பிடன்னு பார்த்துக்கணும். அப்போதான் இதெல்லாம் ரிலவெண்ட்டு, இட் ஒர்க்ஸ். ஈச் வேர்ட் ரியல்லி ஒர்க்ஸ். We do not know. Ball you keep on the top, the step. If fall on one step, it won't take much time to come down. Very easily it comes down. Very easily. No effort at all. Tanave vandadum. Similarly, in spiritual journey also, you slip down. If you don't have that vigilant, alert mind, one step people fall. By that time they recognize they are nowhere. That is why we have to be in touch with Shastra all the time. All the time you have to be associated with Shastra, either listening or writing or reading whatever you have heard from the teacher, or doing contemplation. One way or other you have to be in touch with Shastra. Even friends comes, relatives comes home 10 days, 1 month, Swamini, pustakame therakkale Swamini, mudiyave illana. At least you do mentally that contemplation. Suppose you are not able to open that book, doesn't matter. Manasikama or dhyanam pannalam. Many times it happens for grihasthas, not possible. And our body, physical complaints also not allowing us to do regular sadhana. Doesn't matter, but one way or other I am in touch with the Shastra. Anything is not possible, at least phone panni Swamini, and at least staring for a few minutes talking, something it keeps us within that fold. Otherwise we lose track and we will come to our back to pavilion madri. Kopam, tapam, ellame vandadum. Nana spiritual student, Gita student, நமக்கே சந்தேகம் வரும். அந்த மாதிரி வரக்கூடாது நிலைமை. For that Uddhava is asking, Uddhava knows this tragedy, that problems will come. Oh Krishna, now tell me how to do that sadhana, how to maintain this mind. to keep in this track? That's Uddhava is going to ask. We will read that verse 31. Uddhava uvacha. यथा त्वामरविन्दाक्ष यादृशं वा यथात्मकं यादृशं वा यदात्मकं ध्यायेन्मुमुक्षोरेतन्मे रेतन्मे ध्यानं मे वक्तुमर्हसि. Uddhava uvacha. Uddhava is asking a question. There are 3 questions in this sloka asked by Uddhava. Yatha, first word, yatha, it refers to various preparations for meditation. This is called Anga Prashna. Sridhara Swami elaborately explained what are the questions asked by Uddhava regarding what. Yatha, various preparations, preparatory steps to be followed. This is called Anga Prashna. Bahiranga sadhanani. Then yatha tvam aravindaksha. First he is addressing Lord Krishna. Aravindaksha. Aravindam iva akshini yasya saha. The one who has got lotus petal eyes. Lotus leaf. Padma patra, many people take Padma patram. You know, Padma, lotus leaf எவ்வளோ பெருசாக இருக்குன்னு தெரியுமா? இந்த டெஸ்க் அளவுக்கு இருக்கும். அப்படி இருந்த கண் எப்படி இருக்கும்? Unsahikable. You cannot bear to see that. So lotus, the petal is so beautiful, its shape, that shape eyes. The Krishna has got such an eyes, beautiful eyes. Aravindaksha, hey Aravindaksha, yatha, number 1, first question, yadrisham, with what visheshanams, the object of meditation, with what object, visheshanam, attributes, with what attributes he is to be meditated upon, the Lord to be meditated upon. This is second question. Yadrisham, the glories, the attributes of that Lord. And yadatmakam. Yadatmakam means the swarupam. What should be the nature of that object of meditation? People say, I am doing meditation. They do not know what type of meditation they are doing. That's why learn meditation. Now, if you have any doubts regarding meditation, the following verses clarify how to meditate upon God. Because Uddhava is asking on behalf of all of us, at least listen, is asking, what is the mode of meditation? Yatha, mode of meditation, preparatory steps. Then, yadrisham means what type of God he is upon whom I am meditating upon. You must know the glories of that Lord, attributes of that Lord, Leela of that Lord, to meditate upon. Then the nature of God, yadatmakam. Yadatmakam refers to noun, God. What swarupam, that God's nature is what? Yadatmakam. Then that is the third question. Second question is, yadrisham means what, with what type of attributes? So noun and attributes. So Bhagavan, the Lord, is noun for us, object of meditation, dhyaya vastu. That dhyaya vastu, why I have to meditate upon him? Only so particular form because of certain attributes. That attributes must be clear for me. Then only mind will start doing meditation. Otherwise, mind will not respect that object of meditation. So your mind has to give respect, reverence to that attributes of that Lord. Nouns and attributes, Visheshanani and Viseshyam. Dheya Vastu with some Saguna, Sakala Kalyana Guna Ganaika Nilayaha. In Vishishtadvaitam, they use a beautiful word, very nice expression. Sakala Kalyana Guna Ganaika Nilayaha. Nilayaha means an abode, in whom Sakala Kalyana Guna, all auspicious attributes are there. That is why I have to meditate upon him. Without knowing, convincing this to our mind, mind can never focus on that. If mind is convinced, Sakala Kalyana Guna Ganaika Nilayaha, my Dheya Vastu, object of meditation, therefore mind easily surrender to that God. That's why Yatha, Yadrisham and Yadatmakam. Dhyanam, Dhyayet, Mukshoho, Tat me Dhyanam. Vaktum arhasi. Such a meditation upon what type of God, with what attributes, and by what mode of practice to be meditated upon him. Please teach me about that meditation. Dhyayet. Mumukshoho. Serious seekers of moksha. SSS. Triple S. Not for all. Only serious spiritual seekers only can sit for meditation. Others cannot sit for meditation. They do another dhyanam. Putra dhyanam, putri dhyanam, griha dhyanam. அதுக்கு உட்காரணுமா என்ன? தேவையே இல்லை. உட்கார்ந்து நல்லா பண்ணலாம் சுவாமின்னு. சரி பண்ணு. அதுக்கு ஸ்பெஷல் சிட்டிங் போஸ்டர் ரிக்வயரே இல்லை நமக்கு. அது எனி டைம் இட் கேன் கம் வித்தவுட் எஃபர்ட். So that's why I'm always highlighting yes. Spiritual, serious spiritual seekers like all of you. Swami, you are too positive. I want to be too positive. If not, you are SSS, now become SSS. I am having full hopes. You are all yes. If at all you have doubt, may you become SSS. Can I desire that way or not? Swami, இது ரொம்ப too much desire நான் சொல்கிறேன். நான் நினைக்க மாட்டேன் அப்படி. I want to desire that way only. This is Shubha Kama. Okay? Mumukshoho tad me bruhi vaktum arhasi, me vaktum arhasi, dhyanam vaktum arhasi. The meditation process you can teach me. You alone can teach me. Vaktum arhasi. You are the best guide. Who will teach other than you? Therefore, Lord, Hey Krishna, Aravindaksha, Mumukshoho, Dhyayet. Serious seekers of moksha can do meditation. The paddhati, please teach me. Now Krishna is ready, very happy. யாராவது கேட்டால் ரொம்ப ஹாப்பி. இது பாருங்க, அர்ஜுன் உத்தவா is asking that anga prashna, visheshana prashna, swarupa prashna. 3 questions are there. Now what is the answer Lord Krishna gives? Very, very important verses for sadhakas. Shri Bhagavanu Vacha, 32 verse. Sama asana asinaha, samakayo yatha sukham, hasta mutsanga adhaya, स्वनासाग्रकृते क्षणः, स्वनासाग्रकृते क्षणः. before entering to the exact meditation, what is the role of meditation we should know. Karma Yoga, Upasana Yoga, Jnana Yoga. 3 steps, 3 stages of our sadhanas. Now Lord Krishna highlighting Upasana Yoga. It is very tough to come to Atma Jnanam, Vichara. It is abstract. Unless you prepare your mind, well equip your mind, you cannot come to that 3rd step. Even if you come also, you are not going to get that benefit of that Shravana Manana Nididhyasana. So Shastra prepares us. Now let our children are going for exam, suppose. What you say? Prepare well, prepare well. How many times you say? Prepare well. Then only you can write properly. And you get good marks. On merit you get seat. This is the what we are always telling to our children. May you get merit, that marks, so that by that merit you will get college seat. It is a privilege. Like that, Lord Krishna also, prepare yourself. What is the next exam? Shravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasana, 3 papers. You have to write. Shravanam paper, Mananam paper, Nididhyasanam paper. Over paper, 100 marks. Not 99 marks. Karma Yoga Lakshana Bhakti, Upasana Yoga Lakshana Bhakti, Jnana Yoga Lakshana Bhakti. Meditation is in between. The role of meditation is that no one can say, I can do Panchamaha Yajnas alone, Karma Yoga is sufficient for me. This meditation, Dhyanam, Upasana, I don't want. No option. There is no option. Because what Karma Yoga does, Upasana Yoga cannot do. Because Karma Yoga does Mala Nivritti, removal of impurities in the mind. Upasana Yoga cannot do that. But what Upasana Yoga does that, Vikshepa Nivritti, Karma Yoga cannot do that. What Jnana Yoga does, Karma Yoga, Upasana Yoga cannot do that. Karma Yoga, Upasana Yoga cannot remove your Ajnanam. Remember, Shravanam cannot remove your Vikshepa. Mananam cannot remove your Vikshepa. Upasana Yoga, meditation cannot remove your mental impurity. So each sadhana is unique in its own place. You cannot have any option in this. Every seeker, serious spiritual seeker, has to go through all the 3 sadhanas because each sadhana is important. Because of this I cannot do that sadhana, because of so and so reason I cannot do this sadhana. There is no option at all. Each one is important. How much time you take in one sadhana, you have choice. But you cannot replace one sadhana from other sadhana. I cannot do meditation and all. Swamini class itself like meditation doesn't work. You have to sit and do meditation. If you are SSS. SSS and YES and it's called. Spiritual seeker daily sit in meditation. Upasana Yoga. That is very, very important. The role of meditation is that only. Only to remove Vikshepa, not to remove Ajnanam or not to remove Mala. Karma Yoga is unique, Upasana Yoga is unique, and Jnana Yoga is unique. So this Jnana Yoga ki preparation, Upasana Yoga. Clear? In this Upasana Yoga, meditation is the sadhana, Saguna Ishvara Dhyana. In the Saguna Ishvara Dhyanam, you have to take care of Bahiranga Sadhanani, Antaranga Sadhanani, care of 6th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Dhyana Yoga, Atma Samyama Yoga. Same ideas Lord Krishna presents here. Some more new ideas are also Lord Krishna present, which he has not mentioned in 6th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Therefore, you will get some new ideas here for meditation. The role of meditation is that it cannot remove ajnanam. It cannot remove mala. So, karma yoga for mala nivritti. Upasana yoga for integration of your personality. Integration of the mind. Mind has to be integrated. Without that ekagrata, sukshma, buddhi, you cannot come across this jnana yoga, shravana, manana, nididhyasanam, you cannot do perfectly. That's why many people are failed in Shastra study because of, in Karma Yoga there is some drawback, or in Upasana Yoga there is some drawback. Why many people fail in Shravana Manana? Because of this reason. Okay. Dhyanam can never remove our ignorance. Dhyanam can never remove our self-ignorance. Dhyanam is only for preparation of that sadhana, that is Jnana Yoga sadhana. It prepares the mind. If you are thoroughly prepare your mind without any distraction, without any disturbance in the mind, emotional disturbances, fear, anxiety, tension, worry, so many things are there in the mind, you can never get Atmajnana. Before going to Shravanam itself, you have to complete this sadhana, actually. Without doing this meditation sadhana, you come to Shravanam, it is a backdoor entry. You struggle a lot to understand the Shastra. That's why regularly 10 minutes minimum, maximum 20 minutes. Sit and do meditation. How? Like this. What is that? Sama asanam asinaha. First asina, ukkar. Don't do meditation standing itself, meditation swamini. Sitting in time kadiyadena. And then kitchen standing meditation. Standing la meditation ever panna mudiyum. If you do meditation and standing, you will fall. Then reclining and doing meditation. You recline and do meditation, you sleep. That's why Krishna knows these household holders always give some excuses. Idi parvala, adi parvala. Asina, ukkarena. Sit. How? Sama asana. Samam, that asana should be very, very, what you can say, it should not swing. It should not be too hard and too soft. Sama asanam. Sama means not too high, not too low. Natyuchritam nati nicham chailajina kushottaram. Lord Krishna said, if you remember that shloka, okay. Sama asanam. You have to put a darbha, that grass mat, upon that one soft cloth, upon that one silken cloth, and put ready panni. Then body has to be samam. Samam kaya shiro grivam. Samam kayam. Body must be perpendicular. Kaya means shariram. Samam. Neck, head must be straight. Asinaha. Samakayaha. Samakayaha means body. Sama means straight. You have to sit straight. Whenever I ask students sit straight, after some time, slowly they go like spring madri. Natural. Again come back straight. Again goes on. Like that by abhyasa. Lord Krishna said, abhyasena tu kaunteya. Abhyasa only. Practice makes you perfect. Samakayaha. That asanam also, one posture, you need not sit in Padmasana. After putting Padmasana, you can, if you lock like that, you cannot unlock. Some people get difficulty of removing the leg after sitting in Padmasana. Adella kashtapadavenda. Sukham. Sukham asana. Sukha asana means whatever is comfortable posture for you. Sit in that posture, Sukhasana. சுகாசனுக்கு என்ன சாப்பாடு ஆசனம், நம்ம சாப்பிடும்போது எப்படி உட்காரோம் அது போதும். நீங்கள் இதில் பத்மாசனமோ வஜ்ராசனமோ தட் ஆசனம் நாட் ரிக்வயர்ட். சுகாசனம் இஸ் சஃபிஷியன்ட். You should not feel the body. That is very important. Body relaxation, this is called preparation. This is called antaranga sadhana, immediate practices before meditation. Bahiranga sadhana means all those interactions when we are talking with the people, day-to-day routine activities. See that interaction should not disturb you in meditation. Keep that way your interactions, transactions with the people, because your words, their words will disturb yourself in the meditation time. We don't have two minds. Meditation ஒரு மைண்ட் interacting ஒரு மைண்டு கிடையாது, ஒரே மைண்டு தான். சேம் மைண்ட் ஹாவ் டு கீப் இன் மெடிடேஷன் ஆல்சோ. லைக் பாத்ரூம் செப்பல், அவுட் சைடு ஃபங்க்ஷனுக்கு ஒரு செப்பல், அந்த மாதிரி டூ மைண்ட்ஸ் இருந்தால் ரொம்ப நல்லா இருக்கும். இந்த டிஸ்டர்ப்டு மைண்ட் கல்டிஃபை பண்ணி அங்கே வச்சு அப்புறம் இந்த காம் மைண்ட் அப்படியே போட்டுக்கலாம். அது இல்லையே. அன்ஃபார்ச்சுனேட்லி சேம் மாமியார் கூட பேசி பேசி வந்து அதுக்கப்புறம் தியானம்ல உட்கார்ந்தா எப்படி இருக்கும்? கஷ்டம்தான். தட் இஸ் வை நெவர் அலோவ் எனி ஹாட் டிஸ்கஷன்ஸ், ரிப்ளை டு அதர்ஸ், இதெல்லாம் அவாய்ட் பண்ணணும். லேர்ன் டு பி காம் அண்ட் குவைட் so that you can maintain a mind which is serene, relaxed mind. That mind is you are going to use in the meditation. Otherwise you fail in doing meditation. You will be more disturbed. The mind what you have prepared throughout the day, that mind only you are carrying at the time of meditation. Please remember, a serious spiritual seeker, those who want to do meditation, never indulge anything, sense pleasures, either vak-rupena va, chakshu-rupena va, shabda-rupena va, all he monitors. Very careful interactions. Otherwise my meditation will utterly fail. Like that, fail all the time meditation lo. In manas ekagrata eppo varum, integration of the mind eppo varum. Therefore, don't interfere too much in worldly matters. If at all you have to interact, maintain such a way, not reaction but action. Very, very toughest task this is. That Sukham, Asanam and that Bahiranga Sadhana, that is. Antaranga Sadhana, these are all Antaranga Sadhana, Lord Krishna giving. Exactly before meditation, asana position and palaha irkum veetla. Those days palaha, that they say don't sit on the floor but use a wooden palaha, wooden desk like. You can make it straight, not too high, not too low, and sit on that. There is some immunity power. If you sit on the floor, even according to science also, that your energy power is taken away by the earth. That's why don't sit on the bare floor. Please keep some asanam. Regularly that asanam you only use, not others. That influence you otherwise. Therefore your asanam is yours. You can make use of. For sitting first down is a big problem, many people. Meditation apram. உட்கார்றது கீழே உட்கார்றதே பெரிய கஷ்டமாக போச்சு இப்போ. That's why you keep some asanam a little bit height and legs must be down so that you won't feel much strain in your legs. Otherwise knee dhyanam da, knee dhyanam bhagavan dhyanam illa, mutti dhyanam mudugu dhyanam. Mudugile problem e kodukum, back pain. Meditation lo sitting in Padmasana is not required. Sukhasana, normally you can sit. Sitting down, that habit is very, very hygienic actually. Nowadays people are losing that habit of sitting down. Sit down. Doctors says don't sit down. After 40, don't sit down. This is a rule. Party Tata, at the age of 80, happily they sit and they get up. Now, getting up a project, sitting up also, sitting down is also a project. Just to make use of that habit, continue that habit. Don't sit on the chair. If at all you want to sit once in a while, long time you sit, but once in a while learn to sit down also. Try. Kaal ippudi vechinnavi koncham ippudiyana paravailla ukkar. Ippudiyo ukkar. Somehow, slowly it will become set right. Anyhow, I don't want to pressurize too much. Okay, your knee problems increase. I know. Okay, yatha sukham, sthiram sukham asanam. You must feel comfortable. Otherwise, the body feels so tight, rigid, and you cannot meditate. Your body, many times I say, forget your body. Forget your body means when you can forget. When you loosen each part of the body mentally, each part of the body is relaxed at Annamaya Kosha level, asana, sukham must be there. This is called asana siddhi. Minimum 1 hour. Minimum 1 hour. Kaala appadi ippadi asinje irukum. Adukku da 1 hour meditation kodukka maatom. 20 minutes meditation. 10 to 20 minutes. Asanam. Yatha sukham asanam. Then hastau utsangaha. Hastau utsangaha means both the hands should join like this. Keep on your lap. Utsangaha means here on your lap. But nowadays people are keeping like this and doing meditation. I never recommend this. Now why you understand? It's not my sonta sahityam. Why I should not do like this? Why you have to do interlock your fingers, keep on your lap? I used to say many times, it's not my invention. Lord Krishna's prescription. Because when you sit in meditation, you forget your body. You lose the awareness of your body. Because you have to go towards pranamaya kosha, manomaya kosha, deeper levels of koshas. Once you go to that, how can you keep these fingers like this and sit like this? Because many centers, I don't want to name their centers names and all, keeping like this and people are doing meditation. That means you are aware of thumb, forefinger and stretching. You have to lose the awareness of your body. Once you lose the awareness of body, how can you keep like this for meditation? That's why you see our gods' photos anywhere, dhyanam, they never do like this. Either Shiva or Yogeshwara Krishna, they sit like this only. Join your finger, that too very loose, not tight, loose, and keep on your lap. Krishna prescribed that. That is the meditation posture, hands position. Hastau na rendu kai, oru kai maatram inga vechittu oru kai ipdi vekka koodadu. Sela per appadi pannuva. Ippadi irukkanum swami. Enna inga TV la paathirken. Our great person, he is having lot of followers. They do like this only. Great followers. Even Brahmaji comes down like, I don't want to recommend that. No? Still, should be logical. No? Irreasonable practices should not be done. Somebody did. How is it possible? If you keep like this, you leave on your lap, even if you forget the whole body, it is easy. You are just leaving the body easily. Common sense. நான் சொன்னா கூட என்னோட ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் என்னோட முன்னாடி இப்படி பண்ணுவான். என்ன பாருங்க சுவாமினி உனக்கு என்ன தெரியாது, நாங்கள் பாருங்க எப்படி பண்ணுறோங்க, சரி பண்ணுங்க, நான் ஒன்றும் சொல்கிறது இல்லை. அதனால தான் already attended my classes, already I prescribed this. Afterwards they go to some other centers and learn. புது சுவாமினி எப்போவோ சொல்லி கொடுத்தாங்க, இப்போ புதுசாக ஏதாவது கற்றுக்கணும் இல்லையா, அந்த சென்டருக்கு இந்த சென்டர் போய் கொஞ்சம் கற்றுட்டு வந்து அப்புறம் என்னோட முன்னாடி இப்படி உட்காருவான். கிளாஸில் கொஞ்சம் மெடிடேஷன் 2-3 நிமிஷத்தில் இப்படி உட்காருவான். என்ன பண்ணுறது? இந்த கிளாஸு கரெக்டாக வரமாட்டான். அதுதான் விஷயம். They don't come exactly what that sloka, where it comes. Where is the possibility of understanding how to sit in meditation? Tell me. Hastau Sangha. Sangha means they have to be associated with your lap. Adhaya, having brought both the hands on your lap, adhaya, keeping both of them on your lap. Swanasagram, Swanasagra krute kshanaha. And you focus on your tip of the nose. Your tip, nose tip only, not others' nose. Okay. And people take it as literally and starting looking at the tip of the nose and get headache. See, tip of the nose means not looking at the tip of the nose of yours. Just half close eyes. Nothing. You might have seen Lord Shiva in meditation, half closed, Ardha Nimilita Netram, half closed eyes. Or close fully eyes. That is better. Don't look at your nose. Okay, that is the meaning. Half closed eyes, why not fully closed? If you cannot close half closed, because if you close fully you will get sleep. Half closed means you won't get sleep. Half closed means your eyes will not go outside and seeing this and that. So this is the eyes position, hands position, body position, everything is ready. So Annamaya Kosha level we are ready now. Practice this for 1 week at home. Then what is Pranamaya Kosha level? Because you have to handle all the 5 koshas. So Pranamaya Kosha level he is going to teach Pranayama now. Exact meditation going to start after relaxing the body, Annamaya Kosha. Now you have to take care of the Pranamaya Kosha by doing Pranayama. How to do Pranayama? Next class we will see. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari